Hey everyone, SmithCity for SmithCity product reviews. Well, I'm here with Killer Sprocket, shiny coffee IPA, coming in at 5.5% ABV, 1.8 standard drinks. I've heard of Killer Sprocket before. I've seen a lot of their stuff on social media, but I did not know that they come from Bayswater. I live in Furniture Gully, which is 2 suburbs over from Baronia to Bayswater. And so I'll just read something off their website. Who are we? Killer Sprocket is a family-owned, proudly independent brewery based in Bayswater, Victoria, just east of Melbourne. Founded by beer fanatics and home brewers Sean and Andrea Ryan in 2012, Killer Sprocket started out brewing wherever they could find a bit of spare tank space, providing the perfect opportunity to hone their recipe and work alongside some of the best brewers in Australia. Having outgrown the transient brewing life, December 2019 saw them putting down roots in a space of their own, building their own brewery at Unit 7, 375 Bayswater Road, North Victoria. For more information on Killer Sprocket or to make an order, please send an email through to the contact page. And that's them right there. So for anyone that knows me, I absolutely love my coffee. I also love my IPA. It's been interesting to see how this goes together. And for people playing along at home, I've been battling these buccal flaps on the sides of my gums. They've been giving me all sorts of trouble for months and months now. I've got a specialist appointment coming in the new year where my mouth just produces too much saliva, creating these little flaps on the inside of my gums that then rub onto my teeth, get inflamed and make it very uncomfortable to eat food, very uncomfortable to enjoy coffee, very unenjoyable to eat food, water, beer, anything really. So obviously I haven't really enjoyed a coffee wholeheartedly for a very long time. I haven't really enjoyed a beer wholeheartedly. I've enjoyed like reviewing them and assessing the flavors and stuff, but in terms of the aftermath when the camera goes off and having to manage the stuff in my mouth and that sort of stuff, it's horrible. So I'm going to get this one into a glass and we'll have a bit of a taste test and see what we've got. So pour it into this glass. It's got a little bit of streak on it, but it's not dirty, it's clean. Okay, so it's lighter than I thought it was going to be. Generally, most times you hear the word coffee, it's in a stout or a porter, not an IPA. So, mad carbonation. Look at that. Look at that in the glass. That head was probably one, maybe 1.5 fingers. The head bubbles are quite big. It'll go away very, very quickly. I'll have a bit of a sniff. Subtle tones of coffee. It smells like you've got the general consensus of an IPA. So we'll just get stuck in. Oh wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's good. That's very good. That's very good. Killer Sprocket. Okay. So front to mid, palate, you get that massive burst of coffee, roasted malt, coffee hit. It almost tastes like coffee grounds, like in a drippolator type coffee taste to it. So I wonder if they'll put that in the brew. And it's very interesting, from the mid to back palate, all those tropical IPA flavors start to come out. This is very good. This is very interesting. That's what it looks like. I'm just gonna get some extra calories into me because I'm trying to maintain my weight with my labouring job, and I had forgot to eat this today, so I'm just going to get stuck into the growth cookie. 511 calories in that one cookie. It's quite dense. Thought it would go good with the coffee flavour of the IPA. Which it certainly does. So, there's a can. Tiny Man Coffee Roasters. So I assume that's a company that roasts coffee. You naturally assume. I like the can for a few reasons. The black can with everything else pops. You got the sort of the silver here, but it's obviously in the writing cut away from the black, which is quite nice. And obviously because the word shiny is there, kind of represents that metal colour. And then obviously just a black backdrop with the white, and then obviously you got white writing here. I think it's a pretty good looking can. It definitely has layers, that's for sure. It definitely has layers. So as you can see, the head's now completely gone. Those carbonation bubbles is still going strong. What I do like about this is I think how heavily carbonated it is then once the coffee element washes away, those carbonation bubbles push the fruitiness of the IPA around the back palate and let it linger. So it goes from being really bitter to really fruity, and I think the way they've got that to balance in the beer is really good. So, quickly just see what other beers they've got, because this has definitely piqued my interest of the company, just this one beer, that's for sure. So, they got an American Stout at 5.8% ABV. I won't look at anything else other than their name because it's going to tell me what they are, and when I review them, I don't want to know what they are. So you've got a darker shade of amber, their amber ale, which is awarded. They've got a rye IPA, red rye IPA. They've got an American pale ale with juniper berries, peated ale. Oh, smoked beer, that sounds so good. The one I'm trying right now, and that's it. And this is just around the corner from where I live. Around the corner from where I live. Guess I'm gonna have to check them out. I have to now. So I put the cookie to the side and I'll eat the rest of it after the review. You probably don't want to hear me eat on a beer review. So packaging I like. Drinkability is a hard one. It is very easy to drink. It's 5.5, so it's not overly up there in terms of alcohol content. I feel that it is I feel like this could be a very sessionable drink because even in the hotter months right now in Melbourne, I'm finding myself drinking more iced long blacks on my working days. So that's got a little bit of an element to that, and then obviously the fruitiness comes out on that back palate. But I think even on a cold evening or even day really, you could probably get away with enjoying something like this. It's obviously got a very thin mouthfeel, but it's an IPA, so it's not a stout, so it's not meant to be thick. Just when you hear the word coffee, you hear it, it's normally attached to those sorts of bold, thick drinks, which it's not. So I'll quickly read off the can and I'll wrap this up. Early one morning, as I was heading to the brewery, an idea came to me. How fantastic would it be to blend the hoppy goodness of an IPA with the caffeine hit of a great cup of coffee? Well, great idea, mate. Made with water, malt, hops, yeast, and coffee. It's brewed at Unit 7, 375 Bayswater Road, Bayswater North, Victoria 3153. Made in Australia. www.killersprocket.com.au. It has been 4 years since this beer was first created for Gabs 2016. That must be some beer award that I don't know about. Once again, we have carefully collaborated with Benjamin from Tin Man Coffee Roasters to select roast and cold brew coffee beans that both complement and add dimensions to this IPA. So yeah, it does have good drinkability. Rating. I like this enough to give it a 9. I really rate this. Great stuff, Killer Sprocket, and hopefully you'll be hearing from me soon. Cheers. See you on the next.